An elder god against a mad scientist. An honor-bound knight versus an evil king. An upholder of order versus the personification of chaos. A warrior of faith versus a fallen lord of shadow. This year, it all leads to this moment. The Nexus of Worlds is preparing for invasion as one man's 5-year plan comes to fruition. It's up to one paladin and his team of guardians to defend the Nexus, but will it be enough? Find out next Tuesday as we prepare for the 2018 Metrocon Anime Human Combat Chess Match. Live stream will begin at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch with live commentary from cast and crew, with the full video to release on YouTube immediately following. Endgame has arrived.
Hero time starts now.
Welcome, one and all, to Metrocon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Metrocon Live. Here is part of RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? Yes, folks, this is week 6 here of our Metrocon streams, and tonight we are seeking out the heir to the kingdom because it is time a Masquerade. I'm the Shades, and joining me, of course, is the cast and crew of the Masquerade. Let's go down the line and introduce yourselves.
That would be me, Karan the Handsome Man, played by me, Chris Dunlap.
I'm Danny, I play Fulkin.
Hey there, I'm Heather, and I played Pearl.
I'm Jarrah, and I played Gilgamesh.
I'm Justin, and I was the interactivity director.
I'm Megan. I was the thieving gypsy, the terrible dancing one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the first time I've done this kind of introduction and everyone was on cue. Thank you for that. Every time someone missed their cue. Every time so far, so thank you.
That was me last time, I'm sorry.
I forgot I was first.
No, but you got caught it quickly enough that it was hardly noticeable, so take what you can get. Take the compliment.
I realized halfway through they were going through alphabetically, and it just kind of worked out.
Exactly. All right, well, without any further ado, let's get this party started and take a look at the Metrocon 2018 Masquerade. And of course, me with my lovely custom intros.
Oh, real quick, was this just the show, or is this going to have the interludes in between?
It's just the show. There was no way I was going to get anything on the dance floor. Bear in mind, I'm literally stuck right in front of the tech booth for all this.
Elias, what quiznak are you? Elias! Elias! Why is it so dark in here? Elias! Elias! Oh! Elias? Is that you?
I gotta admit, Chris, you pull off Karan, like, perfectly.
We don't have time for this. We're running behind in the ceremony.
When I was casted, I didn't even know who this person was.
Spooky magic cast is an expert of evil and pests.
That is a gross oversimplification.
Now, calm now, Elias.
Funny enough, actually, right now, I'm actually, on my series Anime Takeover, I'm reviewing Ancient Magus Bride, so I'm getting very familiar with Elias.
Hi, it's new king.
Or queen.
Or queen, whichever. Now, I've done all of my parts, which is most of them, I must remind you. Only person in the kingdom here setting this thing up. Did you do your part yet? You brought gem? Finished your rituals? Made your spooky preparations? Yes, yes.
Dramatic intensity.
Yes.
Well, that was
that?
Roll after a week's worth of festivities. Even the wine is beginning to taste of ash. We are wasting time. We're looking for a king if this isn't a fashion show. You want us to parade across the stage now and touch your magic rock. And give it here and let me do it.
I had all these like micro like looks when he was doing certain things. I'd like cringe, or I'd look the other way, or something.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. I have to focus on like one particular thing at a time. Like whatever's the main focus of the plot, I have to focus on that, which means I miss a couple things here and there. Though if I do see something else going on in the background, I usually try to catch it.
Raised up the impoverished you can for all that was placed upon me. I've maintained prosperity and upheld the borders of this kingdom, as is the duty of the Masquerade family.
Yes, you are correct. This is the responsibility of the steward of this kingdom, and you have done well. Your work.
Oh my god, Wynn's voice sounds so good.
He pulls off Elias perfectly, not just from the fact that he's a big guy that fits the suit, but just the voice that, you know, it sounds that deep and commanding in the show, so it's perfect.
You wouldn't know he's like an actual teddy bear in real life.
No, you would not. Trust me, I know Wookiee very well.
Okay.
The only thing worse than a coronation is a wedding. Or you should have been to the 32nd coronation. It was a wedding, and it was terrible. Well,
Yeah, that was the hand gesture.
this is my first coronation. I've never even seen the gem before, let alone been given the honor of guarding it. This is an honor.
Could there be a more perfect Pearl?
No.
Take it seriously.
Heather, you look like Pearl just jumped right off the screen.
Never seen serious.
Well, shucks.
And actually, I said this to Brittany after the show, but like I'd seen Brittany, like especially with chess match a few years back when she was playing Yuna, and just in those couple of years, she has improved immensely. Like she wasn't a bad actress to begin with, but she has improved a lot in the last couple of years.
Yeah, she was so great to work with.
Surely they didn't hear me. They've got more important things to tend to. Look at them. They're serious.
You know, it's funny, I actually had a lot of audience members during our break come up to me and be like, Pearl, you really need to calm down. Let's do some breathing exercises.
Nice.
Don't live forever. Be excited with me. You know you're allowed to be excited. You're allowed to have...
Also, hey there, Evan. Hey there, Rick.
Okay, first of all, we have talked about this, and I am great at fun. Second of all, we know it's not going to work.
Yeah, this is like what I'm like. So what do you think? If you had to choose one of them, which one would you bang? Yes, no, no.
Sorry, we're super gay.
What? Places? Places, people? As gloomy as you may be, Ramus is right. We are running behind. But we can get back on the schedule. We can right this ship, lads.
Hey there, Bio. And there's your catchphrase.
Had to throw that in there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, those from our kingdom and from far and wide. Welcome to the Centennial Coronation.
Pause. Perfect.
For those of you joining us for the first time, an instruction on how it all works.
Yes, it is Bio. You are correct. That is indeed Ravis.
The Centennial Coronation Ceremony, or the CCC. You don't get it. Involves any of brave heart and noble intent who would see themselves as our kingdom's newest heir join us upon the stage, place their hand upon the royal gemstone, and then we have no idea because nothing's ever happened.
It chooses them.
Right! It chooses you if you're worthy. And it will let us know its choices verbally and clearly. invited. With witnesses. We're just not sure how. But, hopefully, when it does choose somebody, we'll know.
You'll know.
Yeah, Slickrick in the chat saying, Chris, you stole the show, man.
Customary in this ceremony. The principal heir to the Masquerade dynasty.
I wasn't meaning to. I just went out there and did my job.
Yes, that is Ravis Noxfleur.
And its process.
Now, meanwhile, they were only supposed to bring like 2 or 3 people up on stage, and they actually when I grabbed one person, he thought the whole table he meant. So like the whole table came up. So there's actually a lot more people came up. So I had to come up with a lot more ad-libbing.
Yeah, I was wondering because there were like 5 or 6 people that went before.
You know, I was kind of questioning why this segment ran for as long as it did. I'm like, that seems a little excessive. Now it makes more sense.
Yeah, there were only supposed to be like 3, and like 3 people were at the one guy's table, and he thought he meant everyone at the table.
Yeah, you can see all the people that are here up there on.
Now you, sir. Come on, Lord.
Stand up. I'm real glad that you.
I do think one of my favorite things to do was be really angry at people manhandling my space girlfriend.
Spoilers!
Hold hands up like this. Give him your energy.
Oh no, I forgot. I totally had left that too.
Shake it a little bit. Maybe it needs to be woken up. Sorry, sir. Back to the gym with you now.
Yeah, I could see the facial expressions on you. I'm so glad I was borrowing Keon's camera for this one.
What are they getting strapping young men?
I just love when he just goes, no.
And Slickrick in the chat, add 1 to the curl and fail counter.
Sweet nothings into its crevices.
Dude, and that's the one thing. I can't stand straight as I'm watching this. I'm like, there's always a leg pointed out. There's always a knee bent. There's always a butt sticking to the side.
Sorry, sir. Thank you so much. Now you, sir. That already looks like a king. What's going on here? Yes, king. I'm the king. I've been here this all night.
Brittany actually just touched my shoulder and was like, Pearl, you need to calm down. It's funny. And I'm like, this is serious.
This is serious business.
That Iskander actually came up to me after the show. He was like, I guess you are the real king. I was like, I told you.
Sorry, king. Plenty more kingdoms out there for you. Yes, that's done. A queen, perhaps. Excuse me. Yes.
Little spoiler alert, he was actually going to be a mascot for next year.
Oh, you've already got that picked out?
Oh, we get it picked out the day after, dude.
Oh, damn.
Or at least that's when all the scheming happens.
I remember a few years ago they did it like at their Metrocon mini that they did.
For the last 100 years. He's been holding it.
There's your.
Look at this beautiful Vaporeon.
I think that won Best in Show costume like last year or the year before.
Also, Biohabit in the chat. Bodysuits, leaving nothing to the imagination, for better or worse.
At least I was wearing a dance belt.
Yes.
Awesome.
Maybe you.
Fight life.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Maybe the king will eat the princess. Yes. Lots of that going around nowadays. All right, princess. I want you to bow to the death. There we are. And then I want you to just grab it. Grab it like you want it. Like you want it so darn bad. Just sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it. I want to be queen. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, princess. No kingdom for you today.
And a kick to the shins to boot.
She just came back from Japan, like after 6 weeks of Japan, like a week and a half before the show. And I said, "Do you want to be in the show with Daddy?" And she wanted to practice this every night, just that one little bit.
Stop!
Excuse me, sir. That's not how we do it here.
Let's do something.
Stay back!
Oh, quit that!
Excuse me. Vulcan,
I look like such.
did the wayfish mongrel call me a thief?
Oh, she was supposed to catch me there.
Clearly, you must not know upon whom you gaze. I am the hero of all heroes.
Why you gotta be like that, Kira?
King of all kings.
You sound pretty good.
I
You
am
sound pretty good. I'll give myself that.
the famous Gilgamesh.
Gary, you're coming kind of muffled there, dude.
Say again?
You're coming in kind of muffled.
Is that better?
Yes.
I believe this morning qualifies.
I'm holding my phone.
But more importantly, I have chosen you. For all kingdoms and all their treasures belong to the golden border.
Also, we have another Megan in the chat as well as a Seth.
That I have chosen to visit with my belongings. Your gratitude is all that I require in return for this gift that I have bestowed upon you all.
You played such a great person you wanted to hate. It was great.
We should allow them time to prepare your kingdom.
Ah, a wise counsel, that night. I would, of course, give you them time to prepare my throne. Oh, and Stewart, I would prefer to go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You cowards! How could you all stand around and let them take the royal jet?
Oh, sir. Walk with me, talk with me. The entire population is still in attendance, including potentially our future king. You know, maybe a little bit of discretion.
Discretion! 10,000 years of discretion has gotten us absolutely nowhere. Now is the time for action!
Pearl, wait. I know that Gem is important, but we need to make sure that these people are safe first. Our duty as Knights of the Rose is to protect the people of this kingdom, not just its valuables. You don't understand! You don't know what that gem means to this kingdom! She needs to be rescued!
Whoop.
Oh.
Slip of the tongue.
I was real excited at the reaction from the audience from that, especially since all of, this show kind of was the perfect timing after the Single Pale Rose episode where we learned all about Pearl's backstory, so it was a fun little tidbit to add.
But did you
Yep,
just
that's where I lost my
Gem's
line.
gender?
Yes, we have time?
You haven't told them the right.
Danny, why are you like this?
Wisely, young knight.
Not much time at all.
Elias, keep these people safe. I have to go after them. See, Pearl? I told you there was something special about tonight. This is special? No, this is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, that's actually just who I am as a person, so.
Same.
People would be like, wow, how'd you get into character? How'd you be so anxious? I was like, yeah, it was real hard.
That's her secret. She's always in character.
Method acting.
Since we're about ready to cut to break, actually, Justin, we got you here. You're the interactivity director. Why don't you give our fans at home a little explanation of what exactly you do?
So I direct and train both the ensemble and the stage cast in doing all the interactions during the breaks. I also help design the breaks and how and what we kind of do and the focus and stuff. So we do a lot of improv training, and interactivity training, so people can learn how to be able to interact safely and get what they want out of the interactions.
Yeah, for those who don't know, in between each of these segments, they have like several dance songs that the crowd dances to. This is not just a stage show. This is actually a full-on fantasy ball. And so every one of the guests at the con dress up in fancy dress, and they go out and they dance. And the cast will go out and interact with them. So it's actually an interesting experience. It's one of those things that you have to be there live. I could not film that because there's just too much to film. It's a 3-hour event, so I couldn't film all of that, even with my own camera. But it's worth checking out to see live.
I gotta run, guys, but let me know if we save the kingdom, all right?
Will do, Heather. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, half the fun was going into the audience and like interacting with people. Have you seen this false god? His name is a Gilgamuffin. They're like, who? This golden muffin man.
Did you really say that?
Oh, I was calling you Gilgamuffin. It was great.
It's magic!
This is all stuff I literally was just making up like in rehearsals.
Yeah, no. During rehearsal, I lost it the first time I saw the cup one.
Sure I got it, but in a minute we should be panning over to see Elias also doing some stuff of his own off there at the green table. I don't know if I caught that.
Hopefully it's so good.
If I didn't, I'm gonna hate myself. No, I don't think I got it. Otherwise I would have panned over by now, because I'm pretty sure he's already over there.
You fell into the Ben Badger trap.
Yes! Damn me!
I think he doesn't start until the music shifts.
Oh, there's a music so the whole thing starts. At least that's his cue to start, I
think. Let me see.
It was literally gonna be that background music, or we were gonna use the Abracadabra song.
Oh no, I didn't fall in the trap! No,
you didn't get badgered.
I did not get badgered. Sorry, Ben.
Perfect.
No, I see the spotlight on him. That tells me, I should be paying attention to this. I don't even know how Ben fell into that. Like, the spotlight's on him, for crying out loud. Ben, what the hell, dude? You're better than that. I know you are.
Yeah, you got tunnel vision. You can't blame him.
Yeah. Also, I love Bilo's comment in the chat. I'll take magic tricks that would fool Penn and Teller for 200, Shades.
Wynn was telling me this was so difficult for him to look out from the mask, and like he was just reaching out trying to figure out where everything is because it couldn't see.
He's not looking through the mask itself, is he? Or is it like he's looking underneath?
It's a little bit underneath, I think, like through the mouth hole.
Through the mouth/nose.
That makes sense. Like, I know Wynn's a tall guy, but even he's not that tall.
Yeah, didn't they have to cut something off at like the neck level too?
They had to cut a few things off.
Yeah, they like drilled holes 30 minutes before show start to give him extra visibility.
I'm just sitting there going, oh man, this is taking forever. I need to come up with more stuff.
Oh, like you can do any better.
I am so glad I caught that.
Hey, that's right! You're an actual wizard! Oh, yes.
Perfect.
I am so glad I was able to get the dust falling out of the cup.
Yeah, that was ridiculously good, and like it wasn't even planned for it to be like that. It was just supposed to not fall.
I should take my leave and join the others.
Also a good notion. Oh, that Elias, he's always welcome for pleasure. Wait, is this an Aubrey Hall?
Try to throw a sci-fi joke in there.
They could be anywhere by now. We are never going to catch them. Pearl, we're going to get the gem back. We just have to stay calm. I am calm. No, you're not. But you are an excellent knight. Now we just need to put our heads together and figure this out. He's already calling himself the king, which means we have the upper hand. He already thinks that he's won. The question we need to be asking now is, why he took the gem? He's a thief! He's gonna do what thieves do. He's gonna chop it up and sell it on the black market. He's probably already made it.
Oh, I wish Heather was here to hear that. Pearl needs booze badly.
Then about the actual gem. Didn't you see him? He was wearing all of this gold jewelry. He's probably rich enough as it is. Hey, it's going to be okay. Pearl, the tower.
Updates. Any luck? Obviously not. Your failure is embarrassing.
That was another running joke. We would just go around. We'd just go around to him all the time going, updates! Nothing!
We're doing our duty as well as we can. You should try doing yours. Like raising the drawbridge, setting lookouts on the walls, sending out patrols. Have we heard any word from the harbor master?
I will not be ordered around by some duelist bitch.
Whoa!
Love that line.
The gem is removed before the ceremony.
Man, Robert sure is an asshole. God damn.
Yeah, Spencer's almost making you look like a good guy there, Jared. Almost.
And the director said, let him be eating an apple so he can seem more like an asshole.
The dungeon or the tower? Pearl,
You just
the
like-
tower. Are you hearing this? Hearing what? We should go to the tower. Okay, let's go to the tower.
Yes. And I best not see you empty-handed again. I must do what is best for this kingdom.
Rick, you realize by saying that you're saying that Pearl is actually very calm?
Your efforts are getting us absolutely nowhere. Magic takes time and skill. If you want these people to believe you are their king, they need to see this. They need magic. How could they not believe that I am their king? Was my explicit words simply not enough for them? Not everyone is as simple as you are, Gilgamesh.
Oh!
Quite as exquisite. So where's the issue? I thought you were some sort of all-powerful Atlantean being. I need to break down all the intricate wards set up by their court mage. Ha, yes. That bone-headed monk. Your way with
Yes.
The silent laugh there is great.
Look, creature, I would love to bestow this charming wit on the rest of the kingdom as well, but there seem to be a few hurdles. You had best speed up this process, lest I grow concerned that you're stalling on purpose. If you wish to try the ceremony now, then be my guest. Touch the rock. Don't be so coy. It doesn't become a
I almost wanted to say, don't be so dramatic.
Then everyone will be like, you're one to talk.
Pot, meet kettle.
You're black.
That's racist.
Just need more time. Ah, time. How intriguing. You need a diversion from those Mongols. That I can accommodate. Then go. Cause a scene if you must. Just ensure I am uninterrupted by any means necessary.
Tonight on Edgelord Wars.
Actually, I love what Slick Rick put in the chat. Apparently, during one of the dances, Spencer came up to him, and because Rick was dressed up as a bad guy, gave him the wrong info.
Nice.
Let's try that again. There's usually alternative tea in here. It makes it easier to toss. So bear with me here. All right, here we go.
Oh!
Now, Badger told me he has a perfect picture of when that thing split in two in midair.
It's not like I have anyone coming over to tea. It's not like Shiro's coming over anytime soon.
Oh!
I think Shiro would need a hand getting here.
Oh!
The trip would cost an arm and, well, just an arm.
By the way, if anyone's wondering what we're referencing, go watch last year's chess match.
Perhaps a handout!
Spoilers?
It is both my dream and my nightmare to have a little captive audience. Carry on then. On with the festivities.
Now, originally I was using these little tiny tin cups, and they said, no, we're gonna make you do real ceramic ones. I'm like, you know I'm gonna break these. He's like, yeah, it's fine. It's the last. We only do one show. Go ahead and break them. Okay.
How did that get cleaned up? Did it get cleaned up?
Yeah, we kind of like really quickly, like during the dances, we were like sweeping it and just like picking up some of the big shards.
Yeah, you could see. I think there's only like I can only see like one shard sitting around there on stage, and even then, I just now noticed it.
I just didn't want it to tip and fall onto the concrete where the people were standing.
No, last thing we need is someone getting their legs cut apart.
It's cat time.
There you are. So, have to go with the gem. We could just put this all behind us.
What is there to put behind us? I am your king.
This is probably my favorite Gilgamesh scene.
No one more fit than I.
Right, just wreck the shit out of
I
man.
remind you that I am not simply a king. I am the king. Simply by way of this kingdom existing, I am its rightful heir.
Wait, no. Stop it! You're ruining everything! We have a very delicate process for hiring. No, not hiring. For choosing.
That was a little line mistake.
Has officially thrown it off the world!
I don't know how many more ways I can explain it to you. There is no more process. I am your king, and your king grows tired of you.
That's it? No one else is gonna do anything around here? I guess it's up to old Quran. It'd take 2 years of space karate for nothing.
Graham about to choke a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's about to happen.
You know how many times we practiced that and I would land on my keys and like couldn't get up for like 5 minutes.
Ow!
The keys in.
I also had my insulin pump in my pocket too, and I'd land on that.
Hey, at least you didn't land on that as much as you did during our fight in chess.
Yeah, I really thought I was going to be the one that had that thing dangling, swinging out, but it was Keith instead.
Yup.
I mean, at least you had practice dealing with that thing dangling around.
Lawlessness may finally come to a glorious close by my guiding hand. As I am not aware of what other false customs you may have inherited from your previous
Kran is a type 1 diabetic.
time to learn and grow into the subjects that I deserve to have and you deserve to be.
Well, Chris is a type 1 diabetic. It is unconfirmed whether in fiction Quran is a diabetic.
Would explain a lot.
Nope, it's canon now.
I will take my throne, and as I ascend to my nearest seat of royalty, I shall avert my gaze from the lost masses and return it upon those worthy of Gilgamesh.
I won't lie, that was badass.
We ad-libbed that part like 3 times in practice.
Yeah, we didn't add like the, because originally I was holding the sword like pretty much throughout the play. And we didn't really add it till like the last run-throughs that I pull it out in this scene here.
I think it paid off.
Ravens, you found him!
Ah, Steward, nice. I was wondering when I would inherit your service in full. Come now, we're in the middle of a lesson. Set the example and bow for me.
You're no king, you're a thief! You've stolen this kingdom's treasure, and we intend to get it back.
Well,
Bitch!
well, that's depressing.
I love that line.
You share in her insubordination.
Ravens, it's not insubordination to be loyal to the people of this kingdom. He's not our king. We owe him nothing.
So it would seem that the Knights of the Road share a similar distinct for their new gilded lord. Well, a disloyal order serves me little purpose. And as my first official royal decree, I shall hereby declare the Knights of the Rose disbanded.
Judgment.
Steward, is your position necessary?
Ravens, you've worked so hard to preserve your family's honor. Don't let this be your legacy.
I am the steward of this kingdom.
Oh, wait!
Aw, we.
Smart choice.
What utter trash.
Let her go!
Commoners will watch their tone in the presence of the king. In fact, mayhaps I am yet ahead of myself. Not even are you fit to be common citizens in my kingdom. And by my second royal decree, I shall hereby declare you 3 banished. Should I ever see your faces in my vicinity again, I shall not hesitate to crush them beneath my heel. Am I explicitly clear?
Oh, very clear, Your Highness. Yes, we will forgo our belongings and we'll just be on our way. Yes, come on, let's go.
We're not even going to put up a fight?
Listen, let's burn one bridge at a time. This is not my first banishment. We'll get through this.
Now then, Steward, shall we begin?
Gotta pick up the gloves.
Gotta pick up the gloves. Also, admittedly, this shot is kind of ruined because you can kind of just see Elias standing there.
Yeah, we had plans for it that didn't work with the way the spotlights were set up in the on this stage. Because he was supposed to be pacing behind me just out of the reach of the spotlight, but that didn't quite happen because the spotlight was horizontal.
Well, if you haven't come here for conversation,
You know, because reasons.
it's your business or be
So
gone.
let's and when is big and can't see.
He's
Also
not
that.
an ally. He's a tool. In the grandest sense of the term.
I called you a tool.
And why equip yourself with such?
And it went through the entire show.
To the best of my knowledge, I need this Energist crystal.
Energist. Curious terminology. And What makes you think you need
You kids that were born after the 90s, you don't even know what that means.
Crystals will allow me access to the same power of my ancestors on Atlantis.
Atlanteans. They call themselves Draconians in antiquity, fate magicians, and the great technologists.
I can't get over how good Wynn's voice is.
No one is without its various. Why do you seek to revive?
Especially if you watch The Magnus Bride and you hear the Japanese voice actor, how he just drools over each little word. He does it perfectly.
Right?
Hell, even the English dub is pretty good on that regard, too. I like it.
So you seek to reforge your empire?
Blasphemy.
Hey.
Goal is to save lives.
Let's not start the sub versus dub debate here, please.
I felt your presence.
Dubs are good. Y'all just weeps.
And I got a Japanese wife and kids, so helping me keeps the Japanese in the house.
Behind them, fat, happy populace, lush green fields, deep blue lakes. You don't possess a standing.
Well, if anything, that helps you figure out when people are messing up their subs.
In your folly to replace the ruler of this kingdom,
Oh, that's always fun. I'm like, they didn't really say that.
Fate does not care for sides. They're merely an abstract we've created in our effort to govern the world around us.
And you say there are not sides? Are you not the opposition? Fate is relative.
Lush green fields.
Not sexy enough.
Deep blue lakes.
Still not sexy enough.
Deep green lakes.
There you go.
That, yep, that's it.
That
Nailed it.
What we needed for the whole show.
So Danny, you should have just talked in a crayon voice the whole time.
Damn it all. That would have been so much easier.
Brent could have helped, man. Run it by Alex next time.
Rabbits, these flowers, they're not in tune with my divinity. Your divinity, Majesty. Yes, my divinity, my godliness.
Did I stutter?
Does not properly reflect how I am feeling upon this earth as a demigod.
I'm real glad we changed that line, though.
For a king's feelings
'Cause it was divinity and it used to be aura. I just did not like the term aura, or Gilgamesh using the term aura.
No, the flowers. I never want to see them again. Yes, Your Majesty. Execute.
I think the best idea they did literally was after the show, they took that stage and they brought it into the vendor rooms and people were taking pictures on Gilgamesh's throne like all weekend long.
I
It was
know, I
great.
thought that was awesome.
Excuse me. That is not Gilgamesh's throne. He's a false king.
Blue shoulders.
So good.
Man, he like.
Brave and thorough execution.
He's talking about more, but I guess.
All in your
He got a deflower her in the tower.
Of course it is. Now, steward, for your next task, quickly,
That is pretty
find
good.
me a seat amongst my people. Your Majesty, they are yours for the taking. Surely you could have any seat you wanted. Yes, I am well aware of that. But I want you to find me the perfect seat. One that cradles my hips, just so.
Travis get his sword stuck.
For a demigod.
Yep, I think you put it in backwards.
Yay high, nor
Damn.
low high, but so high. Yes, yes.
Yay,
not
low,
yay high, so
high,
nor
what?
low.
Yeah.
Not yay
Yeah, he
high.
got it.
Yes, yes. Listen, now make your
Yeah, we see
Don't
you
worry,
back there, Megan.
The historian in the back is taking notes, don't worry.
Ahem. Yes, yes, there we are. Yes.
I was literally trying to figure it out.
There we are. Yes.
It was actually kind of weird because in blocking we had like a little staircase at the very front. So we basically had to exit throughout the side stage and go through Vulcan's to exit.
And now we come to the hardest part of the show for me to shoot because I had to aim down towards the crowd. And while you can see it took me a minute for me to get you guys in shot.
Well, this was the hardest part because literally we were supposed to have like an alleyway, like in the front. There was supposed to be like a blocked area for us to move to, but the whole people right in there. So I literally had to ad-lib this, going over the stage and sliding to the side.
Ladies, good news. Guess what? We're trapped. The barrier's still up. We can't leave. Isn't this wonderful?
I'm not exactly following how that's wonderful. We're trapped inside the castle we've just been banished from.
No, that's not good.
Wait a minute. That means the transition of power hasn't officially taken place yet. That means he's not king.
Hearsay.
Precisely, Wisby.
Then we are technically not banished.
That's right.
But in no less danger.
Oh, that's right.
Wait a minute. That means the gem is still inside the castle. And it's up to us to save it. And the kingdom. It's up to us to save the kingdom. We can save the kingdom. We can save the kingdom. We absolutely can. We're going to.
That's what I'm talking about. Getting the band back together.
I was supposed to be standing behind him, but I had to slide on the stage to do this.
Oh, jeez.
There's a secret passage in the south wing.
But to be fair, it works
Made
out
it-
pretty good.
You could probably sneak back in unnoticed. Painful experience for someone with a snarl like this. But it's worth it every time to experience the nature of surprise.
Okay, first of all, you. Second of all, I'm not
Same girl.
We'll worry about the details. We'll worry about the details once we're inside. Remember what Elias said? We only have until the red moon rises.
Yeah, that'd be holding our arm when she says, "I'm not armed." Yeah, that was like thrown in like 2 weeks before we started this.
Then wait. I'm really good with these. Let's whatever's about to happen, probably not going to be good. Now, I've served this kingdom for a long time.
Good guy Moran being such a good guy.
I know it feels like the whole kingdom is riding on your shoulders right now. Because it is. I know I'm not perfect, but listen. I've seen a lot of nights. You're the best. And the most likely. Now, either you've got a kingdom to save, and I need to find a place to hide.
Gone.
And literally during the next break, I was just like hiding between, like behind tables. People were throwing blankets and stuff over me to hide me. It was great.
But I thought on our conversation, I cannot concede that fate is simply a matter of perspective. In a world of perspective, fate is our only rigid absolute. In fact, I've become so convinced of the role fate will play in the outcome of this conflict, I found myself speaking to a simple rose so it would answer me back and provide some great wisdom. That is not a reliance on fate, surely it's simple madness. I will use the stone to do what is right for my people, but that does not necessitate me doing what is wrong to yours.
Best part of the whole show coming up.
If you mean when trying to figure out how to shuffle without seeing?
Or do you mean just taking his time?
I am the Mage of Thorns.
Yes, that.
Your choice to summon me in the garden makes sense. It has nothing to do with fate. context.
Ah, Atlantic. Just the man I wanted to see. And the mage. We're on an ever-growing list of those that I despise. Enough parlor tricks, hedge wizard. Drop the barrier, pronounce me your king, as is your duty.
Our kingdom has no ruler.
And two, Falcon. Your one job in this wretched place was that damnable rock, and you've given it back to them? Well, surely this means you haven't upheld your end of the bargain, then. You were unable to force the secession, you insolent! It figures that I should have trusted my own instincts when I sensed the weakness within you. Not just another piece of mongrel trash that I must
Don't mind my
do
wife
away
back
with.
there.
I was like, who found this part funny?
She's watching her own stuff.
Yeah, these wings were a great touch.
As I reach behind me for a full like 3 seconds to try to find the cord.
Yeah, you tried real hard. It worked though.
So, fun story about these wings though. This is the first time we did a run with them, like ever.
Oh, jeez.
They broke when we were doing our tech run just before the show. So Alex was like, yeah, no, let's pull them. And I told them that I could fix them within the next 10 minutes because the show started in 10 minutes. He just kind of looked at me and was like, you can fix them in 10 minutes. Yes. And they won't break again. No. Okay, let's keep them. So this is the first time that we actually ran the scene, even like ran this part of the scene with the wings.
Oh, wow.
And then you never saw them again.
They're sitting right behind me.
There is another, and I put my faith in her.
No, there is another.
Ah!
Ah, Travis, my only friend, Your Majesty. Travis, it seems that we may no longer count Fulgen amongst our allies. There's been somewhat of a disagreement in our arrangement. Also, add to the docket, find a new court mage.
Your Majesty, has there been some new development?
I'm not sure if you can actually tell in the video, but at this point I took off all the gold rings that I had because I had been de-gilded,
Seems, Travis, that you're
denied.
the only one that I can trust. They do say that heavy is the head that wears the crown. Add crown to the list as well. But even though our court shall be small in number, we shall be grand in accomplishment.
We will, Your Majesty. We will make this kingdom shine as it never has before.
Yes, shine. That is precisely what I wanted to hear. The golden reign of Gilgamesh carries on.
For a false king, you seem awfully confident.
Vanished. Buried.
Oh man, the audio didn't catch the one person in the audience that just said asshole.
But we are the Knights of the Order of the Rose, and we are sworn to uphold the laws and traditions of this kingdom. The Gem has not chosen you, and we do not acknowledge you as our king.
Fuck you!
She sounded like she was gonna say it too. Fuck you too! When will bad guys ever learn? When you try to hush a crowd, you're only gonna make them scream louder.
I was very pleased with the response.
Dude, we did not expect the audience to hate Gilgamesh as much as they did, like, from the first scene. Jara killed it with being an absolute asshole, and it was beautiful.
I mean, I was expecting it. I was hoping for it.
Yes, acting. Mm-hmm.
Acting!
What is this acting you speak of?
Yes, it is. Death. At your leisure, steward.
Should have done his duty.
Go ahead.
Should have killed him.
Exact your punishment. Lieutenant, what are you doing? Defend yourself.
Do not let it be like this. Arm yourself at the very least.
No. As steward, it is your duty to uphold the laws of this kingdom.
Yeah, she said duty.
Which as declared by Gilgamesh,
Really?
That's a big duty.
if I am in violation of both your laws and of my oath, I deserve nothing, if not death. Lieutenant!
This is not what I wanted. All I have
I kept calling her Utina until someone like waited like a week before the show started and went like, you know it's Utena, right? Like nobody has corrected me for freaking 2 months.
To be best for all of us. And while we may not agree on what that is, I know that you would give your life for this kingdom as soon as I would. So here I am.
I tried to do what I thought was best. I tried to become king. I tried as steward to do everything. But without a monarch, this kingdom could never reach its full potential. We failed. Then, I saw Gilgamesh. I saw what I thought was our best chance. Our opportunity to bring us out of stagnation and into glory. And the dream of my family for thousands of years to see a king on that throne. To evolve, not just be king. So when he took that gem...
I understand. You don't have to explain yourself to me. Both for the choices you
But you
made
do have to explain yourself to the audience.
and whatever it is that you are about to do next. I forgive you.
How shocked would the audience would have been if he just would have just run her through right there?
Would have saved me the effort.
And
Show's over. How did the crowd receive Ravis anyway? I didn't like
well,
really get a chance to observe.
they seem to be pretty okay with him.
You should both be armed if you have to go after him. The sword of the Masquerade dynasty was intended to serve this kingdom. Be sure that it does.
But it's not a spear.
Authority placed in the stewards of this kingdom, I hereby reinstate the Order of the Rose. Serve us well,
Traitor.
knights.
There you are. I was wondering where you'd run off to. I must say, spotless work. The cleanup job itself, incredible. Unlike that bloodbath with the flowers. It is done-
Now Liza's actually been like painting that picture of him like throughout like practice, you know, and that was the best part. I'm like, we keep saying, are you gonna finish it? And he's like, I can't finish it because I don't finish it in the actual play. It has to be halfway done.
As steward of this kingdom, I
What happened to that photo? That picture anyway?
Did she give it away to somebody?
I don't know. I don't know who got it.
Now it definitely sounds like you didn't kill them. And you just acknowledged an order that I very remember disbanding in front of you. I can't help but feel as though I am missing something here.
You are the crown. And unless confirmed by the royal gem,
Oh, snap.
I will not serve you.
Revelation!
Well, I suppose
I love that line. Oh!
But if you choose not to serve me, then alas, now I am truly alone.
So yeah, that's real surprise.
Served you so well.
First time that happened in rehearsals, Alex didn't tell us about it.
Yeah, I think he accidentally dropped the book like one time practice, and he's like, "That's great, keep doing that." But he did it accidentally.
The best scenes always happen by accident, don't they?
So I think it might have even been the same rehearsal, but like the first time we actually had the full throne, when Megan and Stephanie were sitting next to it, they thought that Ravis was supposed to be thrown like just near them rather than on the actual stairs. So they both freak out, and then for some reason the chandelier that we had next to the throne fell, which made Culver drop his book, and it was just like that entire string of events was just like, yeah, let's just keep all that, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of the things that we were hoping would pop from the audience, like everything hit. Like nothing was like hanging out there, and we didn't get a laugh, or we didn't get that one moment, we didn't get that one feel. Like everything pinned perfectly off of each other.
Yeah, you guys killed it. This was probably one of the best masquerades I'd seen in years, and the other ones the ones in the last few years were good, but this one was probably one of the best.
I wanted to be a knight, and I wanted to be good at it. And I am. This is something different. This is our whole future. Maybe I don't deserve the truth.
Yeah, I'm already looking at doing this maybe again next year, depending on what they have.
Yeah, likewise.
And it's really a problem because I want to do RCC and Star Party because they're the only two shows I haven't done, but I also really want to do every show that I was in this year as well, and it's really problematic.
I've seen what happens to people who try to do all the shows. They usually burn out after that.
It's what happened to me after this year. I had 4 shows.
4 shows and staff.
It was in like every show last year.
2 shows and mascotting. I'm also got recruited to be mascot next year as well. So if I'm doing that, I want to do Star Party really bad, but Star Party like starts right at opening ceremony. So if I'm mascotting, I have to be in opening ceremony, so I can't be in Star Party.
Oh, so now it's your kingdom. How presumptuous to just waltz in and say it's yours. Oh, the nerve of some people.
No! It's not mine. It's ours. This kingdom.
Man, we never did that skit with Keon with Jared and I literally waltzing into the throne room.
Keon was really busy that week.
He was, man.
My kingdom. Your traditions are merely a byproduct of my absence up to this point. I am here. I am the hero you and your people have begged for.
The Jim has not confirmed you. We do not acknowledge you as king.
Are we still on about this stupid treatment? Fine then, you can have it.
And this is when people lost their shit.
I hope my little transition there worked out pretty well.
This song made me cry literally every single time.
It's true, I checked.
Yes, we had to like wipe up the tears on the floor.
I was openly weeping when we did the first read.
And we're like, you've heard this thing done 5 times already. Why are you still crying?
I just have a lot of feelings about a bunch of stupid rocks, okay?
Yo, like the last 2 or 3 times we ran this, and like the time on stage, this song just gave me chills like every time.
The greatest part was Rose was literally going in the audience, and us as a staff all just ignored her. So she'd literally be standing next to us and saying stuff, and I'd be like, "Did you hear that? Sound like wind." It's like, "Don't you see that person there? Who are you talking about? Are you okay?"
Why are you talking to thin air? These people talk to thin air. This is a weird country.
I thought the place was haunted. I'm like, everyone is talking to me about this strange floating ghost woman. Have you seen this woman?
You gotta feel bad, Jared. I gotta feel bad for you and Brittany just having to stand there like completely still that entire time.
We got used to it.
Still, as somebody who's had to stand around doing nothing for an hour or plus, that cannot be comfortable.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's strenuous, but like, we would hold this, like, we would hold the poses in rehearsals as well, so we just got kind of used to it.
And Alex would purposely make them hold it longer and start talking as they were holding the pose just for it.
You were our everything, Rose. You were our light. Pearl, the light of this kingdom's people is so much brighter than mine. Besides, they always had you. Well, maybe the kingdom's people didn't need you, but I certainly did. I love you so much, Pearl.
And the crowd goes wild.
You needed to learn to love yourself. I think I'm pretty okay sometimes. Well, I think
Nice.
someone who thinks you're a little bit
Same.
more than okay. Rose,
Surely you don't mean Koran.
I mean, he is a handsome man.
it's so much more. Your peers.
I was throwing this idea out to Alex. I'm like, I would love for them while they were dancing, me coming out with a piano and just playing the piano like, you know, Stevie Wonder with the Ray-Bans on as they're dancing.
Yeah, that would have kind of killed the mood there.
Hey, I'm like, I don't want to take away from that. I'll love it.
Wow.
Sure, we'll just use that grand piano that we have warehouse somewhere.
It's in the budget, right?
Oh, don't worry, Gerald will just make something.
I'm pretty sure we could just find a piano in the warehouse, to be perfectly honest.
Hey, didn't we use this in Chess Match 2004? You know. Oh snap!
The shock.
It's you. It's always been you.
Also openly weeping here.
Should have had like a flash effect for that.
I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be. I don't think they could make the pink flash.
They couldn't, but I could have.
So when the music drops, I'm just gonna say I got real hyped, and it's pretty much.
Yeah, me and Danny know all about when the music hits and going faster.
Wait, did you say faster?
Someone say faster?
No, stop!
Can't stop, won't stop.
Don't stop till you get enough.
The bottle breaking is the best.
At least nobody got stabbed this time.
Yes, that's fake stage blood on his shirt.
Sure, let's go with that.
Oh shit, we flying.
Jesus, you guys went balls to the wall with this run.
Oh, it's different when you got an audience in front of you. It hypes you up.
Also, this is like the first time I've seen this fight, like me performing this fight. So this is pretty great. I am pleased. I am satisfied.
Yeah, no, like I definitely watched it several times and I mean usually from the back, but still, like this is way faster and a little bit cleaner than any other run you guys did.
So when it counts, you guys pulled out all the stops. Oh, jeez.
Bottles.
And that bottles, it was like not like candy bottles. It like literally just dissolves in water. So, oh, I love it when going right through the thing like that.
It's like plastic. And yes, I did put it in my mouth.
Wasn't that exactly what Alex told us not to do?
I did it right after he said that, actually.
It was kind of simultaneous.
I was already putting it in my mouth when he said it, so...
Oh, that sounds like something out of a sitcom. He's saying it, and you're just sitting there...
Yeah,
already munching on it.
It was one of those, don't put it in your... Come on!
Too late.
I also may have swept that stuff up off the warehouse floor barefoot.
You're just trying to get yourself in the hospital, aren't you?
Listen.
Unfortunately, I wish they could have heard him say that.
Yeah.
I tried, but like, end of fight, I'm fucking winded.
Yeah, well, there's only so much you could do with a turned off mic. But that line was really good. People in the front definitely got a lot out of it.
Some people definitely did hear it though, like in the like at least towards.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor. The first time in 10
This is good though.
years and a few hours to introduce to you our new ruler.
Thank you, Corinne. People of this kingdom.
She was worried so much about the speech. This was a big monologue.
Much of my journey.
It's so well though. Oh my god.
Yeah, she nailed it.
I never aspired to such things, but I know that in my heart, I can truly make a difference. As I stand before you, I swear my fealty, not as a knight, but as a royal, to uphold our laws, our values, our traditions, for as long as I may reign. It is not without conflict that I reach this seat. As any can attest, truly no leader can stand alone. And it is to honor our newfound allies that I have decided that we will forge a treaty with the people of Gaia as my first act of unification.
Corinne is old enough.
Vulcan is a testament
Corinne is timeless.
and how fate is never set in stone. Though this evening may end in great joy, it does not pass without great loss. In the absence of a monarch, this kingdom has been guided by the steady, watchful hand of the Nox Fleury family.
We actually want to throw another line in here when she goes, "This is for Ravis," and then we just wanted Gilgamesh to go, "Wait, it's Ravis?"
Gave his life to protect our king.
Yeah, because I called him Ravis throughout the whole show.
And the need for such reoccurring coronation ceremonies.
So if anyone in the crowd caught on to
Henceforth be a day of remembrance for the great steward.
And then, of course, since he said it so much, then I mispronounced it during one of the rehearsals, and then I started calling him Ravis.
The Nox Fleury legacy. It saddens me to say that the Order of the Rose is no longer, as I am the final bearer of its sword, and I have taken my seat as prince. In its place, I would like to instate a new order, in honor of the woman whom I believe to be the greatest knight ever lived.
We do it all for the fans.
By the Knights of the Order of the Pearl. My fallen sister, whose namesake the Order bears, exhibited courage.
And everyone, all of them are just trying so hard not to say, behind you!
She taught me everything I knew.
Yeah, we're supposed to not notice it until she touches her.
And all of those among you who was
Kind of hard for Elias not to notice her, really.
shall live up to the legacy.
Oh, he knew all along.
Determination.
I was fake nodding off in the background.
Yeah, you can see that.
Oh my god, I never noticed that.
Cherry.
I was standing right behind you and I didn't notice that.
I couldn't turn around. I can't see.
That's easy.
That was really nice.
Woo!
Ah.
Hey, this is PG-13 now.
You say that.
And now the ship is confirmed.
It's canon now.
Cannon.
The double kiss.
I'm very trying to shyly look away, like, hey, get a room, you two.
Well, why didn't you say anything?
You seemed preoccupied.
Elias, you asshole.
Perhaps might be a good time to call it a night and say, on with the festivities then.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for this honor. I hope to always be worthy of it.
Long live the king!
I had to pause there for a second and be like, don't say queen.
We've always been equals, and we'll always stay that way.
Long live the king and queen!
Oh, I never noticed that little bow to her. Probably because my hand was down all the time. Adorable.
And that is someone in the crowd was actually vaping out there. Don't think I didn't see that!
It's a smoke effect, it's fine.
Also,
We're
this is
trying
where
to-
the crowd kind of almost screwed me over because, yeah, as you can see, everyone's getting up, and they're gonna block my shot. So you're gonna see me lift the camera up at right around this point.
Well, here's where something weird happens if you notice that I'm not supposed to come out by myself. I'm supposed to come out with Danny and win. But because Danny is my fight partner in chess, we always go out together. So I was waiting for him to go out. So then when he went out without me, and then I'm like, wait a minute. And I go out by myself, I'm like, oh crap, I was supposed to go out with them.
Wait, no, you were I don't know who you were supposed to go out with, because I was supposed to go out with Jera.
Yeah, you were supposed to go out before me and Danny.
Yeah, you're supposed to go out with Win
right here.
and Spencer, and you were waiting for me.
Yeah, I was supposed to go out with Elias and Spencer, and I was waiting for you.
Yeah. And I'm just like, no, you go. I'm next. What is going on here? I'm so.
So I'm like, I said, I'm sorry, Alex. I didn't mean to come on stage by myself. I literally truly forgot.
I mean, it worked though, because you were your own thing.
You can kind of
Yeah, you can
behind
see the camera flopping around here. That's because I'm literally holding the bottom of the tripod up in the air, trying to get this shot. That is.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing because I was out in the audience and I saw you doing that. I'm like, what is he doing?
I'm trying to keep the camera up so I can get this curtain call, because if I kept it at my normal level, the crowd would have blocked the whole thing. I tried to do this for chess too. I tried to do this for chess too, but it was so bad that I literally had to redo the curtain call for chess just so I can get a good shot. That's how bad it was.
Oh, did you videotape the Saturday or Sunday's chess match for the reveal next week?
Saturday chess match.
Damn it!
Damn it! Our fight was better on Sunday.
I had an interview during the second day chess. I was able to come in just afterward to get the curtain call. That was all I could get.
I missed the sparks.
Sorry.
Yeah, we had sparks like twice during the Sunday fight. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, we were amped up on Sunday.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 2018 Metrocon Masquerade. What'd you guys think?
Woo!
Just as good. Like, what? How many times did you run the show? Like, a lot of times.
We practiced the whole thing, maybe like from start to finish, only like 6 times, something like that.
That was more than 6 times.
It was quite a bit.
In pieces, but not from start to end.
From start to finish, we probably did a little under 10, about 10, if I think correctly.
I can see 10.
We did it just enough, enough to, that we needed.
Yeah, like I said, this year I was like, I told Keon, because I was borrowing his camera, I was like, this is it. If I do not get Masquerade this year, if this camera fails me at Masquerade, I am done ever trying to get Masquerade again. Thankfully, that did not happen. We actually got it. I am happy in my head place.
We are happy that you recorded it too, because I really wanted to watch it.
Yeah, trust me. I've been trying to do Masquerade. We've been trying to get Masquerade, both me and my wife, Lady K, since at least 2011. But every... 2012. Okay. But every fucking year, something went wrong. Something caused us to lose Masquerade, and it drove me up a wall. Only once, a couple years ago, was I able to get it. Ironically, for my fans, it was the year we had Power Rangers and Sailor Moon. Go figure. Well, for those of you who don't know, my community is mostly filled with Power Rangers and Tokusatsu fans, so that was like the one Masquerade I could not afford to miss. But and then the year after, it happened again. I think I even got it, but the footage got corrupted or something. Like for some reason, I could not use the footage for Masquerade, and it pissed me off that I couldn't do it. So this, to me, was like, this was my last chance. If I didn't get it this time, I was done. It was clear to me I was never going to get Masquerade again. But now that I got this one, and a really good one to boot, I'm definitely going to keep trying to keep getting Masquerade this year, every year. In fact, one of my goals coming up for Metrocon 2019 is to buy a new camera, to get a whole new camera kit, to make sure that next year I have no problems. Nothing can go wrong, because the camera that I had been using for years has gotten way old. The footage quality looks pretty bad, which you will unfortunately see next week with chess, because I could not use Keon's camera for chess. But I need to get something new, because this is not working. But
luckily it all worked out.
Yes, and again, I am so glad I got this one. I mean, I'll be straight honest. I have not had a chance to really sit down and watch Steven Universe much, and that's not for lack of trying. It's not for lack of trying. It's legitimately hard to find episodes. They don't stream it, the whole series, and not even Cartoon Network's website has the whole series up. So I have a lot of catching up to do.
Go to Watch Cartoon Online. They have all of it there.
Isn't that one of those illegal sites?
It might be illegal for them, not for you to watch it.
True,
it's not
but
torrenting or anything.
True, but I kind of have a rule against using sites like those if I can help it, because I want to support the show, and that doesn't support the show.
That's fair. They don't make it easy to support it, unfortunately.
No, they don't. As much as Cartoon Network's been trying to push their online services these days, you'd think they'd make it easier. No, they just want to focus on fucking Teen Titans Go.
Yup.
I can spend hours on that.
Freaking Teen Titans Go, like, horrible. I like the original. They made it too cartoony.
Well, apparently they're bringing it back. They're bringing back the original now.
Yeah, I saw that. Which that's exciting.
Let's hope the movie did well enough that they keep their promise, because quite frankly, Cartoon Network has not exactly given me much hope. But anyway, let's get back on topic here. But of course, like I said, I've been watching Ancient Magus Bride. I'm up to episode 3 right now. I'm doing like a weekly recap series for those who don't follow me on YouTube. I do 5 different anime a week. Right now I'm doing How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, Yamato 2199, Black Cat, Magus Bride, and High School Seiha Girls. Which, by the way,
I love the Not to Summon a Demon Lord.
I'm not a big ecchi fan, but I see potential with it, and I've heard it gets even better, so I'm still giving it a chance. I will say this though: avoid High School Seiha Girls like the plague. I'm 2 episodes in and already I can't stand it. It's an anime about Sega, like anthropomorphized Sega consoles going to school about Sega history. I'm not even joking.
I'm sorry. The fuck?
That's what I've been saying. Yes.
Man, Sega needs a break though, like for real. Can't they just stop fucking with Sega and Sega franchises, like for real? Like, come on.
Seriously. And it's not like Sega didn't already do this kind of thing, and they did it better already. They had freaking Hyperdimension Neptunia. They didn't need this shit.
That even was hard for me to follow after a while.
I can understand that. I played one of the games and I couldn't even get like an hour or 2 in before I went, what the fuck is this?
Just stick with Overlord.
Yes! Abso-freaking-lutely, I love Overlord.
It's getting so much better.
I just finished season 1 for my show. The only time I can really sit down and watch anime is for my show nowadays, but I did finish season 1 and already I'm hooked. Like, I gave it my seal of approval. Absolutely. And I can't wait to see season 2 when I eventually get to it, and eventually season 3, of course.
The best parts are literally like when his minions will say something he wasn't expecting, and he has his giant skull mouth just wide open, going, "What?"
Yes.
And then he's like, "Oh yes, of course, that's what I meant."
Oh, of course, that's exactly what I was thinking. Thank you. Meanwhile, he's like, "Fuck! Why did I think of that?" But yeah, and of course, I would be a fool not to at least know Utena. I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and truly watch the series, but I know it well enough that I can follow along with the plot. And, of course, Voltron. Who doesn't fucking know Voltron?
I don't know Voltron.
Who is this Voltron that you speak of?
What was that, hon?
I said Allura is bae.
You want me to bang Allura? What now?
Whoa! Here.
What?
That's next week.
It's canon now.
Chris just went his Quran voice. Want me to bang Allura? What?
We're not related.
I may have to turn my speakers on so you can hear the rest of this.
No, I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing.
But, yeah.
Allura, for a good time, call 1-800-Quran.
Yeah, that's a man.
Oh my god.
Lily, it's something we're gonna pitch to Monday, not Metro Night Live next year. Is Lily having Quran run a D&D group with like various anime and video game characters like playing? He's like, all right, welcome to Monsters and something. All right, you find something, and like Goku's like, I'm gonna smash him with a spirit bomb. No, Goku, that's not how you play the game.
You gotta be. Well, the sad part is they already used Quran this year in Metro Night Live, even though it wasn't you, unfortunately.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did. They did a skit with Quran and Pidge.
Yeah, Quran
arguing about.
Quran,
Keith and Lotor are basically doing a whole racism gig involving comets or asteroids.
Those damn dirty, smelly purple asteroids.
Oh yeah, I think I remember something like that. I wasn't allowed to go because being a master, we had a bed. We had like you have to be in bed by a certain time, and like you have to get up and do stuff tomorrow. So they wouldn't let us go to Saturday Night Live because it was too late.
Well, you'll be happy to know I have the video up on my YouTube page.
Yeah, you missed Black Mist.
I was wondering you were gonna bring that up. I was waiting for that.
Internet sensation.
It came back. I saw it on another Overwatch meme page like a couple days ago for some reason. I don't know why. It just keeps popping up.
You've become a viral meme there, Danny.
God damn it! I'm a meme. My life is complete. What are my goals now?
Hey, I got on 4chan for chess match. That thing went
I
viral.
heard about that.
Wait, what?
Literally, so in the chess match, you'll see next week. I take my clothes like halfway off, like during our fight, and somebody literally put like in someone's video, be like, "Oh shit, he whipping out that samurai, whipping out his titty," like literally put it up on Facebook. The thing went viral, and then somewhere on 4chan, someone showed me, like, "Oh, Chris, you made it on 4chan." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And it literally says, "I will pay Valor $20 to put his titties in my face." And I go, I reached the top of the mountain. There's nothing more I can do from here.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's good money.
Well, $20.
Oh my god! Yeah,
and whipping out a titty does give you +10 speed.
This is true.
As you will see next week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god, I cannot wait to see how people react to that next week. Oh fuck.
Man, I'm so happy that the audience actually was cheering for Chris by the end of the fight. Like I'm so happy that everything like actually landed properly with that.
Well, let's save some of that discussion for next week. By the way, Chris, you're gonna be there for that, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Also, Rick is insisting we make a button, or as we call it, which is basically like a soundboard button with you saying something as Karan.
Whatever you need, dude. Just send me a text. I'll be happy to throw something out at you.
Oh, Slick Rick, since you're the one that brought it up, what should we have the button be? What do you want him to say? We'll talk with that.
My name is Karan, and I approve this message.
Presnack.
I'll buy that for $1.
Oh god. Oh Jesus, yeah, we have to do that at some point. I'll get in touch with my buddy Maddie and see if we can come up with some ideas.
Gotta have a poll.
Yeah, have a poll. What kind of button should we have you have? Oh Jesus, but yeah, like, and I think it's the fact that you have such an energetic voice and such just a bright personality that just really brought Karan to life and stole the show more than anything else.
The funniest part was the choke thing with Jera. First of all, that was supposed to be like a back fist. If in the beginning of the script it was literally just supposed to be like a pimp slap, and I go flying across the room, and they changed it to a choke slam, a choke throw. But what was happening is, because when I talk as Karan, my literally cheeks are so high up to make that higher pitch, it always looks like I'm smiling. So whenever he would choke slam me, I go, "Oh!" I would always be smiling during the choke, and they kept saying, "Chris, you're so damn happy about him choking you. You need to change your face." And I'm like, "It's very difficult."
Choke me harder, daddy.
That should be the button. Harder, daddy.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Which one, Rick? Chris. Which one do you think should be the button? Because I think he found a winner.
Oh, Quiznack's not there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God.
What have we gotten ourselves into, folks?
You can't put your finger there.
Oh, this one in A direction.
Praising, booming both berries out.
With a schnoz like this.
Oh my god. Oh, there we go. My name is Karan, and I approve this episode. We could use that for some of our shows that we do. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna have to be our button right there.
Just have it at like the end or the beginning of every episode.
Probably at the end, like if we watch a really
Welcome back, adventurers, to the Shades. I'm your host, Karan. Karan, get off the mic. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, you can literally have me start. Welcome back, Metrocon fans. Tonight, I'm your host, Karan. Karan, what are you doing with that button? Oh, sorry.
Karan, get out of the booth, damn it.
Welcome back, adventurers. This is Valor. Valor's decided to take to the airways now. Damn it, Valor, get out of my booth.
Evan Hunter Gale, I have been playing the Metrocon Live commercial for weeks now. Where the hell have you been? Really? You do not know what's coming next. This is the last week coming up. What the hell do you think is coming up next? Wow.
Superhero stunt show.
Karan is ready for his close-up.
Actually, if my camera hadn't crapped out, it probably would have been superhero stunt show. But no, that got the curse this year. And being completely honest, I kind of glad it did. I did not care for the stunt show this year.
Well, when you watch chess, you know, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Kind of hard to live up to that in general, but still. Anyway.
What about the kaiju battle? Did you do that one?
I wanted to so bad, but both shows I had stuff going on.
You need an assistant.
I have my wife helping me out, but even then, it's sometimes just dependent on schedule.
Needs to be a 5-day con.
God, I don't think we can handle it.
Talking about me.
I was just talking about you. But no, if Kaiju comes back next year, you better believe I will go through hell and high water to make sure I get Kaiju, because I heard they wanted to have that on film, and only TJ Omega was able to get any footage of it. I don't even think the official Metrocon guys got footage of that.
I wish, you know, just from a Masco point of perspective, because we did some new things this year, I wish someone would have got the opening ceremonies.
The thing is I don't really know how. I think TJ might have gotten footage of that. Talk to TJ Omega. He usually gets footage of opening ceremonies. I don't, because I really don't have anything I can do with it. But yeah, talk to TJ Omega. He might have footage for you.
Who is TJ Omega?
He's the more well-known guy of the two of us that go to Metrocon and get footage every year.
I've never heard of him.
Are you kidding me? Wow, he was a guest just last year.
What?
Yes.
Huh, the more you know.
He was a guest just last year. And I think if it wasn't for certain circumstances, he would have been a guest this year. He was counting on it this year, but things kind of happened with that. Not going to get into that. Not willing to throw anybody under the bus. Not necessary. But nonetheless, yeah, look him up on YouTube. He usually does Transformer reviews. That's kind of his gig, but he does some other stuff, and he's probably done more for Metrocon than even I have.
Interesting.
Because he's
look him up.
Yeah, he's been covering Metrocon since 2009. He covers panels. He does interviews with the guests like I do, and he covers the event. Hell, he even did a music video that was at one point featured at opening ceremonies a few years back.
Ending.
Huh?
Ending.
No, and opening the year after.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'll bet you $100.
I'll take that for $1.
They showed it at the next year's opening ceremonies after he debuted it the year before. I do.
Well, fortunately, like the mascots were supposed to have like a big, you know, video opening ceremony thing, but a lot of people didn't get their costumes done enough. We didn't have enough time. But this year is going to be a little bit different. We have Tom Pooter, who's kind of being like our little manager, and we're coming up with lots of interesting ideas. We have lots of like pre-show videos that they're, you know, hopefully we're going to review on, you know, put out on the, you know, on the forum to like get people excited, you know, because more people I think were at least knowing who we were this year, as opposed to like, you know, other years and stuff. People coming up and asking me like, "Oh, you're the fourth mascot. I haven't gotten your picture yet." It's like, oh man.
Well, you guys did a lot more this last year as mascots, because I know you were going all over the place as Valor and just kind of promoting Metrocon and other cons.
Yeah, we went up to MomoCon and with the two of us, and no, I think all four of us were there, and did a little bit of promoting there.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing you on Facebook, and you were like all over Facebook, just promoting the shit out of the place. I remember I was enjoying that actually. I thought you did a really good job with that.
Oh, that's why the other two people don't do Facebook. So like literally it was just me and the other person. And so I'm like, oh, someone's got to do this stuff. That's why me and Ben got together and I did those like, those little camo things, for free tickets, and Valor's looking, for, the lip sync battle thing. I think I did like an extra little, commercial for that just to kind of, hype it up and stuff.
Yeah, this year for Metrocon in general, we're seeing a lot more promotion, a lot more advertising, like between you and Ben doing your thing, and Keon promoting Metro Night Live hard with his preview clips and all that stuff. So you guys, Metrocon's begun to evolve in a good way, I think.
Oh, a little secret there. I think it was Saturday. I think both Tom and our space pirate Astro went to Channel 8 that morning to do like an interview for Channel 8 or something like that. I would have gone, but unfortunately I was at chess practice. So we had rehearsal. So after that thing viewed, literally they told me like ticket sales went up like triple.
Damn.
Just imagine if Valor was on TV, how many more tickets there would have been.
Oh, God. Yeah, if you guys had interacted the way you guys did at opening and closing ceremonies, I think that would have been a deal.
Just start pulling the sword out. Security! And no, it's not real. Just taking me off set.
Nah, I'm sure they would have worked something out for that. Oh, man.
I'm actually trying to maybe come up with something with Brute Squad next year, like even have them come in and join in on one or two of like the little things that we do, just to see if we can get like people mixed in with it. Sometimes even the Brute Squad people want to like a little spot of fame.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, hell, we had Wookiee on this year for his Elias, and he's Brute Squad, so yeah, absolutely. And again, Wookiee, Wynn has been doing stuff for Metro for years, even outside of Brute Squad. I mean, hell, GGX, anybody? Anyone remember that?
The original, wrestling show, right?
Yes. Yeah, I actually was just watching that video a little while back. The one year I actually did get footage of it. But, yeah, but all you guys, just fantastic job, and just, killed it this year. Holy shit.
We had a good cast, and we had not only good cast, but you had good characters that were, people, at least knew, or, that gelled well with each other, that blended together enough where we had good chemistry building off of each other. Me and Win just loved, his stillness, his like yin and yang, my energy and his like such low keyness played off each other so well that things popped whenever we talked, and he just said that one line as opposed to my 10 lines. He only needed one line.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were telling me how every character from Masquerade was just casted so well, and yeah, I think it really shows.
Yeah, like I see pictures of you on Facebook, and when I see you on stage as Gilgamesh, I don't see you, I see Gilgamesh, and that goes with pretty much all the characters. That's how good of a job you guys did with all of you. It wasn't you I saw on stage, it was those characters. I see Elias, I see Utana, I see Pearl. Like, that's not an easy thing to do, to be able to capture those characters so perfectly. And I think that's a testament to not only the direction that Alex and Laura put together, as well as, of course, Justin helping on his end, but, of course, the character of you guys as actors to be able to put on a performance like that.
I think also one of my favorite parts is it's not just a play, like you said. It's an interaction. It's a not only you just watching something in between those breaks. People are asking Karan to dance with him. People are interacting and telling me, "Did you find the guy yet?" He's walking around saying updates to anybody that'll listen. Just the playing off of the characters. And if someone's dressed like Goku, or if someone's dressed like one of the Voltron people, be like, well, where's the rest of you people? We need Voltron now. Find the jewel. And it's just me tonight here, Karan. Playing off of each other was the best part.
Yeah, and a lot of these cosplayers in that crowd were probably really itching to get involved, even if it's just a small way. And it really sucks that I can't go out there and get those moments. But sometimes you guys are doing stuff simultaneously, so trying to get all of that would have just been impossible. But yeah, this is one of those things. The video does give you guys a taste of what Masquerade is, but this is one of those shows that more than any other, you need to be there live to see it unfold. The video does not do it full justice.
No, like one of the best parts was like after we had that first break after my daughter was on board, I found her in the crowd and we just started like dancing just a little bit with me and her, and like literally this big old circle just started circling around us as I'm like throwing her in the air, and people were just like, "Oh my god, that's so uber cute."
All right. Oh, question from Slick Rick here. Actually, for you, Chris, since you've been through this, what is the process for becoming a mascot for Metro, from getting chosen for each character to bringing it to life?
So as far as being a mascot, the easiest way to get in is to participate in Metrocon itself. They used to have auditions for people like outside of it, but it wasn't really working out. So if you say tried out for chess, or if you tried out for RCC, or you were in one of the shows, showing that one, you're reliable, you come to practices, you do your due diligence. Last year, I actually won the karaoke, the lip sync battle contest, and I was best in show in the Anime Idol. So I was approached by the cosplay manager saying, "Listen, you won both of my personality contests, and I see you were on chess too, so I know you're trustworthy and you show up to practices and stuff." And she was asking, "Do you want to be a mascot for next year?" And I was like, "I'm not sure, maybe." But then when they revealed it was Guardians versus Invaders, I'm like, that's a really great theme. I had like 101 ideas for it, and that's when I said yes. So as far as the development, you pretty much kind of give the director like an idea of what you want to do. And so I said, when I think of a Guardian, I think of a knight. I think of like someone protecting the queen. I think of King Arthur and all that kind of stuff. So I did a lot of research and looked up different armor things, and I put together a small sketch. Like, I want this. I want pauldrons that look like this. I want a shield that kind of looks like this. And then I kind of send my original, kind of sketches to her. She makes a better, because she's a better drawer than I am, a better rendition of, here's what I envision your thing looking like. And then I'm like, oh, can we tweak it a little bit here? Can we tweak it a little bit there? And then once it gets filled, then they send that drawing off to No Flutter, who's the official artist, and then she does like a beautiful rendition of it. And then that's like, okay, this is what you come up with your own color scheme, and you try to make sure it matches the other Guardians, or make sure it's alternate, so not everyone's wearing black or not everyone's wearing yellow or something like that.
There you go. Yeah, so yeah, I remember they used to do auditions. I think that was what I was referring to at the Metrocon mini thing, because that one time I was there for that, the one time they did it, they were holding auditions live at that little mini event. So obviously a lot has changed since then. I think for the better, because I think the mascots this year were a huge step up from years past. I've heard stories about mascots in the past just not working out, so I can see why they changed it, and I think it's a change for the better, honestly.
Way back, apparently, I was told mascots used to be, the only way you could be a mascot is you had to be in chess. So you had to actually be in chess, and then you'd fight in chess as one of the mascots. But apparently, like, they always wanted girls to be in there, and sometimes the girls weren't always like the strongest fighters in chess or something like that. And so they decided they didn't have to be in chess anymore. And then it moved to different areas and things like that. This is just the history, is what I'm told.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's one of those things, like, because it's such an original thing that not many cons do, having their own, like, rotating mascots, that it's something you have to learn how do you get that perfect setup. And I'm sure there's still more they could do to improve things, but I think right now, they may have found at least a good place to go from here.
One of the little things about it that so one of the little things about it probably no one kind of knows, the mascots are actually given these little medals. Like, I had like Valor's, Medal of Award, and each mascot had their own, and we can give these out to anybody we wanted to. So for instance, like, literally, I think one day there was I think that guy from Dark Souls, that was that knight with the yellow symbol. I saw him on the dance floor one day, and Valor was like, "I appreciate a man in good honor, with armor, and that is such great armor crafting. I would like to award you Valor's Medal of Honor." And I gave it to him, and like, literally, that one moment with that one fan made that fan's day. It's that, somebody noticed something, and even if it's just a little, medal, somebody else, one of the other mascots gave it to this one guy because he gave it his all, even though he didn't win one of the competitions. He appreciated his 110% effort on the stage, and he think, you know, you deserve this, but even though you didn't win, kind of thing. So it's one of those little things that, you know, yeah, we don't advertise that, but it's one of those things. If you went to that con that one time, that could have been like your shining moment, that your one memory you'll never forget. I got this thing because I did this one thing.
Nice. Well, Slick Rick, maybe you can, if you're down in our area again, maybe you can start considering applying to work at Metrocon for casting. You know, auditions, I believe, are in February, so plan ahead.
Yeah, the best thing to do is literally just get your foot in the door. Show that, one, you can come to practices. Show that you can listen to instructions, and, you know, just be everything that you want to be. And then, like, literally, once you get in, and then they go, oh yeah, I remember you from last year, and oh, you know what, I saw something in you. Let's try putting you here this year. You know, and some people do this every single year, and some people do it 1 year, and that's enough for them. You know, and some people want to do it one thing, and then the best thing is just to get in. And then once you get in, people notice you, people talk to you, you meet people like me and Danny, and, you know, and then you just build your, like, relationships and friendships up from there.
There you go. All right. Well, let's get off of that for a little bit, because we've been talking. You know, this is supposed to be about the Masquerade. Actually, Justin, since you're here, actually, you've been working with Masquerade for quite a number of years. I'm sure you've got some stories about Masquerade's past you could share with us. Any fun stories you could share?
Let's see. So, interestingly, I think that for me, the moment that I really got hooked for Masquerade as an event, because I've done interactive theater since I was 18, so that's like 20 years now. And I'm sorry, not 20 years, 12 years. But I like I played Gluttony in 2012, and I got to run around in the audience in a scene similar to well, we've done it a couple times where you know, bad guys looking for good guys, or that year the good guys were looking for so we were looking for you know, all the good guys that year. And of course the audience loves to misdirect you. I think we've even had some people mention it today about how they like to misdirect Gilgamesh and stuff like that. So it just got worse and worse until it got to a point where the people were pointing at the catwalks and trying to get me to, like, try to jump up to the catwalks, which you know, this is just absolutely ridiculous. And those moments are just so memorable, both as a performer and I've had people come up and years later even mention those kinds of things. So I really obviously love the interactive bit, and that's really what sealed me loving Masquerade forever. You know, yeah, one of my favorite memories.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, even though we've never actually got all the years of Masquerade, we've been to most a good chunk of them, I'd say. And yeah, just seeing that interaction between the fans and the actors and just everything that goes with that is just absolutely amazing. Again, I wish that even if we did get all those years, we could get the footage of people out in the crowd and interacting. It's just so hard. But you know, that's, again, that just gives more incentive for fans, for my fans who are watching this, to come to Metrocon and experience that themselves, to see just how much fun it is. But even then, just the stuff on stage, the shows that you put on, like, it's different than other shows. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, everything at Metrocon needs to be unique from each other. You shouldn't have two shows that are exactly the same. You know, Star Party's the straight up full show comedy, while Metro Night Live is sketch comedy, each individual skit. You've got RCC, which is the, you know, street dancing performance, whereas Masquerade is a ballroom dance, even though the characters don't always dance. That is more the drama play, which is not something the other shows don't do. And then, of course, you've got Chess, which is the big action set piece. So I think having Masquerade is a vital part of Metrocon's success, in my honest opinion. Whew.
I concur.
For sure. It's always such a blast to be able to see all the other shows come together, and they each have their own niche and their own audiences. So it's a lot of fun to be able to see it all come together and put on a great con overall.
Yeah, this was my first year on actual like Metrocon showcast, because I did stunt show last year, and that was pretty much the only show that I did. And yeah, it's been a fun experience just getting into this circle of people.
Funny story. I didn't even try out for this. I actually was trying out for chess and Star Party, and then when the letter came down that says "Congratulations, you're in Masquerade," I go, "I didn't even try out for Masquerade, and you are Karan. Who the hell's Karan?"
I signed up for Masquerade on a whim because like I was originally just going in for chess, and Alex gave his spiel for Masquerade this year at auditions. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty neat. And then I saw the character list. I was like, Gilgamesh, I'd fucking love to play Gilgamesh. And then I just kind of mentioned it as like, I'm chess match preferred, but I'd totally be down to play Gilgamesh. And lo and behold, here I am as Gilgamesh.
And I asked Alex, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Am I not good enough for chess or anything? He's like, no, dude, we have a lot of good, fighters. We don't have, a lot of actors that tried out. And you were doing all that stuff last year. I'd love to have you this year. And it wasn't until like literally I went on Netflix and watched like 3 episodes of it and watched Cran and went, oh, all right, now I know why he picked me. Yeah, I'm going to totally bang this out.
And then you ended up in chess match anyway.
I know. I got swindled into chess match anyway.
Yeah, and I ended up in Star Party.
Yup.
One thing I remember many years ago, I think it was 2012 or 2013, one of those years, I actually I didn't actually audition myself, but I went to the auditions because I was working on something that didn't quite pan out, but I got a chance to see how the audition process was. And yeah, from what I've gathered from talking with Nick and Alex is that, yeah, you can sign up for whatever, but a lot of times they may put you on something else because that's where they think you would be best. So that's probably why that ended up happening to you, but I think it obviously worked out pretty damn well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely, like, on my list, I had exactly 0 Masquerade characters, and I saw that I got cast as Falcon, and my first thought was, who? I looked up a picture of him, and he was like, who the hell is this edgelord? And like, I saw once I watched the Vision of Escaflowne, he was basically the only character I liked from that show, but it was still one of those things where now that I've done Masquerade, I definitely want to do it again. Because it was just such a fantastic experience overall.
Yeah, like I said, as far as the actual Metrocon run shows, I don't think I've seen a bad one yet. One winner. It really felt like it was just disappointing to watch. I don't count Stunt Show because I know that's done by a different group outside of Metro. But like all of the stuff, like we mentioned before, all the stuff that we've seen this year for Metrocon Live, Fire Show, Star Party, RCC, Metro Night Live, Masquerade, Chess Match, all of these shows every year, none of them disappoint. Some may be better than others, and some years may be better than others. But overall, I've never seen a outright bad show from any of you guys, and that speaks a lot to all of you guys, cast and crew alike. So definitely give yourselves a pat on the back for that.
I think I'm starting to tear up in here.
All right, well, I think with that, it is time for me to wrap things up on this end. I want to give a big thanks to all of you guys, as well as Heather, who came in earlier, for coming in and spending a couple of hours hanging out with this lowly little YouTuber. If you guys want to see the full Masquerade video, that is going to be going up on my YouTube page here in just a couple minutes. So as soon as we wrap things up here, you can go over there and check out the full video without all of the witty commentary from all of us. Oh God, you just got here. That's just where wrapping things up. Gotta love that impeccable timing. But you guys can check out the full Masquerade video, and I will endeavor to put this, the VOD of this stream up on there as well, so you guys can check that out there. But in the meantime, if you guys are, and for anyone who is new to what I do, let me give you guys a quick rundown of what's happening this coming week. Tomorrow night, we have our tabletop RPG stream, The Second City. We're currently getting near the end of our run of Legend of the Five Rings. So if you guys are into tabletop stuff, you can check out me and my crew doing that tomorrow at 9. Thursday, if you're a Power Rangers fan, we have our Power Rangers podcast, The Ranger Recap. We're checking out the latest episode of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. And, of course, sharing our thoughts as well as the thoughts of our fans with their comments. So check that out Thursday at 9. Friday, we have the WrestleCast, our wrestling podcast with Matty J and TWK, talk about the wrestling news of the week. They had the review of the big pay-per-view All In that happened this week. So if you guys want to check that out, plus more emails and comments, check that out Friday at 10. Saturday, we got a double whammy for you. First at 5 is The Helmsman with Tony Helms and the gang, playing more games online with you. And then at 8, we have our anime podcast, the Anime Mavericks podcast, where myself, Yamianji, and Mike Shell check out the first episode of an anime series, give our first impressions. And of course, we showcase some awesome anime music videos with AMTV and the anime news of the week. So check that out Saturday at 8 p.m. Sunday, if you're into Japanese superheroes, we have Toku Risk Live, where we check out the latest episodes of the Toku shows. Actually, this coming Sunday, we might be doing a Lupin Ranger versus Pazzo Ranger catch-up marathon, so we will be probably doing about 4 or 5 episodes of that, so check that out Sunday at 7. And then nothing going on Monday, but Tuesday is the big one. First, we have Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest WWE SmackDown and providing their randomness like they always do. But then, at the same time, right here on this channel, we end everything. Metrocon Live finishes its run with the big one. After a 5-year build-up, we reach Endgame with the Anime Human Combat Chess Match. That is going to be huge. This is going to be one of their biggest chess matches yet. It's going to be intense. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. I encourage everyone watching here tonight, if you're going to check any show from Metrocon this year, you know, shame on you for not catching the others, first of all. But if you're only going to watch one, if you really are going to do that to me, make it this next one. Make it the chess match, because the chess match is Metrocon's signature stage show, and this year they did it bigger than ever before. So you do not want to miss out on that. Make sure you guys check that out next Tuesday, live right here on this channel, 8 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss out. And of course, I have my YouTube channel. I'm working on Anime Takeover. I mentioned earlier what shows I'm covering. And we also are going to be putting out the interviews that I did at Metrocon this week. We've already released Caleb Hiles and Jonathan Young earlier today. Jonathan Young coming out earlier today. And later this week, we will have Rashadi B, the crew at Death Battle, and wrapping things up with good old Scott McNeil. So you guys don't want to miss out on that. And of course, if you enjoyed tonight's show and you haven't already, make sure you give us a follow to keep up with all of our streams and more. And if you can, subscribe to get access to exclusive Twitch emotes and our VIP Discord channels. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining us as always. Thank you again to the Metrocon crew. You guys are always a pleasure to talk with.
Good times as always.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. I love you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And on behalf of everyone here at the Metrocon crew, my name is The Shades, and we will see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to Eric Vaughn for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going.